Fuck. I don't have my pen anywhere near me. Well, I have a pen, but it's on the actual couch. And this is not a good way to start the show, considering I already did it. So I'm not going to be able to scratch off my notes. That's very lame. Welcome. We've already started with a mistake, which is part and parcel of your experience here on the PigCast. We're here on a beautiful, wonderful Monday where the time is now an hour late or an hour early. I don't care anymore for any sort of daylight savings. I don't know if you do it in your countries that are inferior to the United States, but it's trash. Right now, it's nighttime essentially at 5 o'clock. It's garbage. I hate it. I feel like I'm going to get robbed in what should be a nice and bright and sunny afternoon. But welcome. We're here, we're queer, and we're not going anywhere. This is going to be an action-packed episode. We have a lot of topics that we're going to go through. Some things, mostly things that I find on Twitter. For some odd reason, Twitter seems to be the bastion of PigCake information and news. And I'm a fan. I got to tell you, I know some people don't necessarily like X as it was rebranded. I'm a huge fan. I'm on there posting things, making comments, essentially. What I've noticed is that when I make a tweet on my own, it doesn't really get much traction. Because, I don't know, it's my account's AIDS. But when I get it on other people and I respond to theirs, I'm out here getting some views, baby. I'm getting some of those sweet, sweet Elon bucks. Hopefully, I got one Elon paycheck, which, I mean, covered for the cost of being a Twitter influencer. But it's still a copious waste of my time because most of it's insignificant shit. It's things that make me angry. For example, Nigerians. That's a lie. I've mentioned many times on the channel, I love things out of Africa. I've put videos of priests floating or people that consider themselves to be some sort of messiah doing things in front of crowds, like turning gasoline into pineapple juice and things like that. Obvious magic tricks. I love that. And typically it comes out of Africa. And today we have, I guess, a Nigerian that happened to cross my feed. Breakups. We don't need to post anything. I mean, we don't need to post everything online. We don't need to post everything that's going on in your life online. So when you post something like a breakup and you're doing it in a public forum, you're setting yourself up to get people like me to poke fun at people like you. And that's not good. That's not good because look at me. Look at me. You think it should be worthwhile for anyone to get poked fun at by me? And yet I could still do it because of your crummy situation. Something called pig staring, or that's the best way I could describe it. Pig staring. We deserve COVID, to be honest. Of course, microaggressions. There's a cop pullover video that made me tempted to do a whole live stream on that alone, just because that video made me want to punch a puppy. And obviously, we're going to go through your voicemails. If you want to leave some voicemails, make sure to look at the link in the description section below as to where you can leave a little voicemail. You can do it anonymous. You don't have to put in your email. You could just do it, leave a voicemail. And I have yet to get one that is just entirely comprised of slurs, which makes me at least a little bit happy about the PigCake community. Speaking of, let's see what we have here so far. Manel says, no funny Manel today. Hello, community and PigCake. So Manel's bit today is that he's not going to be funny. I feel like you're slowly edging on Daniel territory, Manel, in terms of doing little bits that you want to try out during a live stream. Like Daniel Wood back in the ham radio days, that fuck. He would try little stupid bits that wouldn't be funny, and then it would just get me aggravated. Although you don't get me upset. Here for the inevitable references to the PlayStation playing cards. I had the deck over there. You could see it right there. They're decks of playing cards from Five Below that are AIDS. They feel like crap, and I just got enticed by the actual tin around it. So I thought, might as well see if I could make a video, and I enjoyed making what I thought was a very enjoyable video today on PlayStation playing cards. So if you haven't seen that, I suggest you check it out. Anyone have an over and under on gym/poolwear versus Miami Vice style today? No, I've gone back to wife beaters. It gets too hot, even with the linen. And I'm too cheap and lazy to go and take it to get them actually properly tailored. I have two linen jackets that they both have individual qualities that I would like to see in a jacket. Like one has the perfect look, but not the perfect size. The other one has the perfect size, but it's, well, perfect size apart from the length. If I could just shorten the length, it'd be immaculate. But that costs a lot of money, and I haven't done that yet. Good evening, Piggy and fellow pig cunts, says Stu Batman. I appreciate that. Hey, my pig nig. basket of full-size rigidity I found at Goodwill. A Britney Spears doll that's worth $100. Paid $2. Have you ever found something like that at the Goodwill? No. The only thing that I found in Goodwill of value, which is a it's an Elizabeth Warren shirt that said, I stand with Warren. And you see me wear it here many times. So that is, I gotta say, the best thing. I like to find trash at Goodwill. Things that aren't necessarily great, I guess, have good reason as to why they ended up at Goodwill. My early entry for the pin of shame, microaggressive magician. No idea who Piggy is talking about here. A microaggressive magician? No. Nope. No idea. I'm going to ignore that, obviously, because you're referring to me. I'm big. I'm big where it counts, buddy. Mike says, get a metal bolt action pen to keep clipped in your pocket. More EDC. Your multi-tool is lonely. I hate the idea of EDC. It's such a fucking, I was going to say gay thing, but it's such a virgin-y thing because, oh, what do you have in your pockets? I want things that are going to be useful, right? I don't want things just to be able to lay them out like these EDC fucks do. And they go, whoa, look at what I have in my pocket. I want function. So I have a knife. I use that knife probably every day that I have it in my pocket. Yesterday I was at a friend's house and they had to pull out the air conditioner in their new apartment, or the air conditioner filter. And nobody wanted to do it because they were afraid of seeing bugs and there being a lot of bugs. And I said, fuck it, I'll do it. So then I didn't have my usual screwdriver. I usually have like a little screwdriver bit. I didn't have that. So now I procured a multi-tool that now I'm ready for any circumstance. And also, obviously, we're not going to be doing handiwork around a house without drinking beer. And guess who didn't have a bottle opener? This guy. So I had to go outside and find a ledge and do that thing that every Mexican does. Because I hate doing the one where you press it and then you pop it like that. I can't do that. I haven't crossed any bridges. I haven't jumped any fences. I don't have the skill necessary to do that like my Mexican buddies. So I always get an edge on the lip and then I slam it. And everyone's always afraid that I'm going to crack the bottle. What? You have to hit the bottle if you're going to crack it. I'm cracking the bottle cap. So I had to do that because I didn't have my bottle opener. So that's the thing. I want to be always prepared. So now I've been carrying things like a multi-tool. I ordered like a shitty knife that has a bottle opener because that has more function than just a knife. We wouldn't mind if you get your pen. What did this one say? Fuck. Should only post things we could brag about, or what's the point? I love Pig's buddy. Just ask my wife. I guess you're talking about EDC. We don't mind if you get up and your pen, we could all do with a bum shot. Well, I'm wearing shorts right now, and I don't want to have to adjust my balls, because if I do that, you're going to see the shape of my balls, and I don't want that. What else do we have here? Don't say Daniel's name. If not, he's going to show up. Yeah, that is true. Daniel, he tends to be like Beetlejuice. Our tattoo magic reveals cringe or cool? Let's have a little aside here, my friend. N.A., this is actually funny enough. Your name is N.A., and A.A. is typically what people go to when they have a problem drinking. You can't tie in a joke. I can't tie in a joke here to tattoos. But there was something there. Give me time and I'll make the appropriate joke. N.A., this is actually an intervention for you. This entire live stream has been a farce. It's not real. This is fake. None of this is real. This is all AI generated. Because this has all been to just make sure that you do not get a playing card reveal tattoo. Please don't do it. It's not cringe. It's levels beyond cringe. It's like the Dante's Inferno. You have the first layer. You get to a layer that hasn't even been found yet. And that's where tattoo reveals are. Because it's just, it's awful. It implies to everyone, oh, look, you had a tattoo. So now the card's forced. They know it's just shit. There's no way to do it where it doesn't end up making you look like a mentally ill virgin. So I highly suggest against any sort of tattoo that's related to magic. I know I have shitty tattoos. I have shitty tattoos on purpose because I don't like tattoos. I make fun of people that have tattoos, which is why I got this one that says the same tattoo. So now when somebody goes in and they go, oh, this tattoo represents, the flower represents my mom, that she bloomed too late and she bloomed too early and she died because of some, and I go, wow, I have the same tattoo. That's crazy. And I show them this one. which is essentially poking fun at them. I have to explain to every tattoo artist that has given me tattoos as to what they are specifically. I think I've mentioned this before. When I got small tattoo done, I called the guy and I go, "Hi, I want to get the word small tattoo on my arm." And he goes, "Like what? What do you mean? Like a small tattoo of what?" And I go, "No, small tattoo. Like it says small tattoo." And he goes, "Yeah, but of what?" And I go, "Yeah, you didn't hear the first." I said the words small tattoo. And he goes, and then it took him maybe 3 to 4 minutes to get it, and I didn't like that. And he took it as I was making fun of, because I told him, well, I told him, hey, I don't like tattoos, so I get tattoos that make fun of people that like tattoos, which doesn't fare well with people that are tattoo artists, and that's their entire existence. A month ago, I found Lunar 2 for PS1 at the Goodwill. A lot of those old, I was going to say Chinese, a lot of these old PS1 and PS2 horror games are worth a lot of money for some odd reason. Of course, as a child, you get these games and they're just at cost. $30 or whatever they were back then. And then you don't realize, wow, let me have the foresight to save them and then one day sell them for essentially a tuition, a college tuition. I can open a bottle of beer with my eye socket, gets good reactions. Well, you're talking about the twisties. You're talking about the twisties, so I don't know if that counts, because anyone could open a twisty. Ben Shapiro, who came here early, got a good seat, says, what kind of VHS tape do you use? I don't know what you're referring to, VHS tape. I'm not that much of a hipster that I use VHS tapes. That'd be kind of lame. Now, speaking of the fact that I've already gone dick deep into your comments, might as well keep going on this trail and look at your voicemails. So obviously, you guys can leave me voicemails. I've mentioned this before. The only annoying part is that I get a notification every time you send me a voicemail, which makes me angry because notifications make me upset. So this one is from Al Frankenstein. Al Frankenstein. I believe I listened to this one when it was sent 4 days ago. So let's play this one. Unless I played it last week, although I doubt it.
Hey guys, it's former Senator Al Franken here. With the top 5 video. That's right, another top 5, because there's nothing that people love more than top 5 anything on fucking YouTube. God damn it. So today I'm going to show you guys my top 5 favorite tricks.
Nice. Okay. So that was good. That was an intro. I could hear a little giggle at the end of that, which makes me happy because it did the job. It made you laugh. It made you giggle like a little school kid. But that, I believe, is the intro to one of my videos. I would just... I don't know. It's kind of gay looking back on it, that I would say things like, hey guys, this is, Treasure, whatever here. Hey guys, this is President of Ukraine, Zelensky here, or, whatever, insert topical reference here. And that's what I would get into as an intro. I hate explaining jokes. Fuck.
Hey, PigCake. I just have a quick question. What's your favorite card trick to get girls? Can you do it for me, sweetie?
So that was Jacqueline Hyde. Jacqueline Hyde, I don't know what kind of reference that is. Maybe to a Samuel Hyde? I don't know what other potential that could be. That says, what is my favorite card tricks for getting girls? This is another intervention here. There are no card tricks for getting girls. There's no card trick specifically designed for getting girls that will get you a girl. Maybe you could do a card trick, and if she's desperate and lonely enough and she hasn't seen or felt a penis in a while, she might consider a pity fuck, or even, God bless you, a pity hand job. But don't expect for you to pick up that DVD set by Spidey or Firestarters by Jay Sankey and think that you're going to slam into puss just by doing a card trick that's designed for that. Like, well, I'm going to write my phone number on this one. You write your phone number on this one. Watch, look, if we fist bump or if we kiss, look, they change. So now your card has my phone number and I have yours. I'll save that for later. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. You're going to look like, again, a mentally ill virgin. So just personality, all right? Don't try to get me with your fake little AI woman voice. That's not going to entice me. That I'm going to think, whoa, look, a girl's finally talking to me. Let me respond in a cute way just because you called me sweetie. I know your little trick, all right? Fuck. So that was Jacqueline Hyde. I guess let's get dick deep into the topics here. I hate the fact that I can't scratch them. I feel like I'm not satisfying an itch. Every time I have a topic that I go through, I like to scratch it off to make sure that I'm organized. But I guess for this one, we'll start from the top. We'll start from the top here. This is funny. Anytime I see anything come out of Africa, I just giggle. I giggle. I saw a video the other day of like an army, like a march they had with their army, and they were wearing, I'm not exaggerating, a football gear that they painted, and they put tubes coming out of it because I guess they just saw some futuristic movie and they thought that that's what army people wear. Obviously, there's parts of Africa that are very well developed, but there are other parts that are a little bit more remote. I'm not saying all of Africa before somebody decides to say, whoa, Piggy, talk about generalizing. I'm saying some remote areas that their only way of, I guess, existing is through media like television and movies that they watch. So these guys were wearing football stuff. I've mentioned many times before, as I did in the introduction, of people pretending to be prophets and stuff and levitating and doing all these magic tricks as if they're messiahs. It's all great. This guy is funny because my favorite thing is anytime there is an individual that decides to try to get out of getting in trouble by either pretending like they had a heart attack, or in this case, this guy pretended very terribly that he passed out. So you can see here, Nigerian official pretends to faint after he's questioned about missing funds, which is always great. So let's see where this goes.
Are you aware that every expenditure you make from 31st May till date,
and he opens his eyes, of course,
are not
they try to get him up. The good technique of if somebody's having a seizure, that's a great technique to do, just in case you're ever in a situation where somebody's dying or passing out, or maybe they have a heart attack, is to stick your fingers in their mouth like this guy did. Let's see. Great. Wow, isn't that wonderful when it doesn't load? Let's see if we could refresh this and see if it loads. My goodness, what a great television we have here. But you could see it. Let's see if we could hear it here.
from 31st.
Let's go back to it. So they pull him up, and here you can see that this individual sticks his hand in his face and attempts to get him to wake up. I guess they're trying to prevent him from swallowing his tongue, and he got annoyed, so he woke up. He actually woke up at the end there. So if you're ever questioned for missing funds, or you're doing something like nefarious, it's good if you get caught by the police and they're questioning you, and you got to do something that's, oh shit, they're going to catch me. I'm going to do some hard time. Let me just fake a seizure. Now you have to go to the hospital. So now you got more time to think of your story. Going through here, let's see. I have a K of hearts on my wedding ring finger, but my wife also has a Queen of hearts on hers. So technically it's not a magic reveal. Stu, that's bordering. That's bordering. So it is bordering just because it is a playing card. It's not used in a magic way, right? Like it would be used in a magic way if you kind of do the ring thing bit with it and you go, look, think of your card, watch, and then you do this. And it goes in there and it changes to the, and then you go, is that your card? Oh, your card is now permanently tattooed on my finger. Isn't that crazy? Would you like to have that finger go somewhere? Any hands? Hands, I would say up to where I have this small tattoo. That is off limits for any sort of tattoo. Hands, you never do. Because people see this. With this, I could have a sleeve that I could cover. I could cover it up with a sweater, a jacket, or anything, a long sleeve shirt. And it's fine. It's ordinary. Now, granted, we're living in a more liberal time where it's acceptable to have tattoos on your face. On your face! God, it gets me upset. But neck, come on, just have decency. A little bit of decency. The ones that you have on your hands... A popular show I watch make the mention of whenever somebody gets tattoos on their hand, they like to show it off. They like to do things and gesture with their face like this so that you see the fucking tattoo. It's a thing that I've noticed, but it's funny that I saw it on a podcast and I'm like, oh, yeah, I noticed that too. That when people have something in their hands, it could be nails too. It could be their nails done. And they always gesture in ways that don't make sense just so you could see it, right? So they'll point at a video. Or they'll grab onto their chest like this and then hope that you see their fucking, I don't know, a flower on their hand. I guess the fact that you got a King of Hearts and a Queen of Hearts. All right, it's like a little marriage thing. A Queen of Spades is like the cuckold, from my understanding one. If you get a Queen of Spades, That means that the wife owns you, essentially. So I would refrain from getting that one. Steve Brooksy says NA could be word for African Americans. Anonymous. Somebody has to keep running track as to who is winning, who's had the most pin of glories and pin of shames, but that's a good one. I don't want to say much more, but that's a good one. What if the reveal is a tattoo magic trick was on my chocolate starfish? Still, it's a magic reveal. Any magic reveal is pretty fucking bad. Manel says, bring back old PigCake. I've been the same PigCake all around, okay? I haven't changed. I haven't modified. I lie. I have maybe a little bit toned it down, but it's still the same, all right? I still make jokes about...
This is the neighborhood, and you are not welcome.
And races and religions and stuff. So really, it hasn't changed much. Can I ask what camera to use? My wife is looking for a vlogging camera. What's your best advice? This one. By far. I'm tempted to pick up the third that just came out, but it's way too expensive. It's $700. What? This was like $200 when I got it. This is the Osmo Pocket 2. You need to get it with this little bottom thing because that bottom thing lets you connect it to your phone, and the screen is really small. The new one, the Osmo Pocket 3, has a bigger screen that lets you flip it, so it gives you more space, so you don't really need your phone. This one, you do need your phone because it's really small. I connected to this Rode mic, and I have a wide angle on it. And this is what I used to record all the videos. And I'm very happy with it. It's my favorite purchase of all time. I took this to England. I shot a couple projects for Illusionist on this one and the first one. I'm tempted to get the third one if I could sell this one for a reasonable price because it has a 1-inch sensor. And even though technically it's not 1 inch because whatever virgin shit, there's still better separation of the background. So it's going to look better just because there's more light, there's more information. So this is what I would recommend, especially now that they're cheaper because the new one came out, the Osmo Pocket 2. The good thing about the Osmo Pocket 3 is that you don't need this bottom thing because the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth are in it. But you do need something like... this for extra battery with the 3. So I would recommend that. That's by all means. This is probably the best one you could get. It is sensitive. And what I mean by that is that you can't drop this. It's not an action camera, but it's a gimbal. So all the footage is going to be stabilized. You don't need to have artificial stabilization, which is 8. This one is, it does it for you and it's great. So I highly recommend that. If you see a noticeable jump, I also don't need quality. That's the other thing. The only reason that I would get the other one is maybe increase the quality, but this channel is not based on quality. I think if you come to this channel for, oh, wow, I really can't wait to see is Peter McKinnon like to whatever. No, you're not here for that. You're here for dick jokes. Piggy, you're really not catch that Jekyll and Hyde, whatever it was. Oh, Jekyll and Hyde. Okay, sorry. My brain immediately went to alternative right comedians. That's where it went to, right? Maybe because I'm so brainwashed. Can you search Pepino de Novo? Pepino is fucking what is Pepino is pepper, but you could that's what we say for pickles. And I imagine Novo means new or boyfriend. Pepino. So I'm going to look at dicks. If I look at that, I'm going to find dicks, Manel. I'm going to look at dicks. And I don't know if I trust that. Iker says meow. I don't know what to feel about that. I hate that this would be the platform that you share you're coming out of the closet being a furry. I hate that. I would hate for this to be it. Speaking of which, let's listen to Unbiased Restaurant Reviews that he left a voicemail. Let's see what Unbiased Restaurant Reviews has to say. Okay. This goes on for 12 more seconds, so
This food is not very good.
Okay. Thank you for that. I think if I could give a pin of AIDS to any one of the voicemails that I've received, it would be that one. 52 seconds, I guess. Oh, 52 cards. And it's an unbiased restaurant review with the thing that I hate the most, which is mouth noise. Mouth noise. These people that are into ASMR, I don't know what's wrong with you, but please get help. I lost $500 on Jiri. Is that like, I don't know, some ghetto version of Siri, Hungry and Hungover? Finally, they named a country after my favorite slur, says Steve Brooksy. You're really pushing it here, Steve Brooksy. I think you took the pin of glory that we have there, and it really got to your head. I don't know how I feel about that. I gave you the courtesy of giving you that one because it's good, but now you're pushing it, all right? You can't do that in 2023. Disney movies came out and say things about people like you. Let's see this one. We got Miss Mag 822, the card trick teacher, the OG. Miss Mag, I remember my whole thing for this channel was that I wanted to do Miss Mag on crack. I think I told you that. That was kind of one of the inspirations. There was a combination of like this tutorial channel that I watched for like random, it wasn't makeup, but it was like hack stuff, like, oh hey, if you do this together. So I kind of copied that, and then I also said, let me do this, but if I had a copious drug problem, and that's kind of what inspired the channel. So look at that. If it wasn't for a Miss Mag, there wouldn't be a boy Piggy. There wouldn't be your boy Piggy. So I have to say thank you, Miss Mag. I hope everything is going well with you. Lloyd Barnes has a ton of reveal tattoos, and I gotta tell you, they're all lame. They're all lame. You can't have a playing card reveal tattoo, and it's cool. Especially the one that's what do you call this? The shin limb, where he has the 4 parts here on his tit. Oh God, no, thank you. Definitely same old Piggy. Anyone tells you different, they're a used condom outside of looking more like, okay, hold up. Definitely same old Piggy. Anyone tells you any different, they're just a used condom. I mean, outside of looking like a more Cuban AC Slater, AC Piggy. Pepino de Novo is related to the last topic. I swear it's not dick, says Manel. Camera Conspiracies believes in flat earth unironically. I love Camera Conspiracies. He also has a channel called Vegetable Police, which I don't look at. I just subscribe just to be a number. But his camera stuff is really, really funny. I would believe it. I would definitely believe it if he believed in flat earth and weird shit. I guess let's do one more. This one is from Wigga. I'm already anticipating what this message is going to be.
Big fucking tits. Yeah, okay, we get it. Big tits are nice, yes. But I want to give my shout out here to all the tiny fucking tits girls around the world, okay? Let's give some love to the small fucking tits as well, okay? They might have a nice butt. Okay, we don't know.
Agreed.
So if you got small fucking tits, okay, tiny tits, here's my shout out to y'all, and prove it by sending your tiny fucking tits to the email that I attached to the voicemail. Okay, Piggy, I'll let you announce the email so people can send their tiny fucking tits to the email. Okay, yeah, so that's it. Tiny fucking tits.
So if you can't tell by the voice and the accent, that's obviously the designer of my pig tattoo, as well as my mural that I have right here. I don't know if you want me to say your name, considering your email address, but I don't think that that's an actual email address, and it might put you in a list. If it might put me in a list as well if I say it out loud. But you could use your context clues to figure out what the email would be. You know, you could kind of figure it out. Manel does bring up a good point, though, on small fucking tits. I'm a big fan. I don't care for really big tits. I really don't. I'm an ass guy. And usually girls that are lacking in their boobs have posteriors that are very, very adequate. And I'm more of a fan of that. Yes, I ignore what the posterior does. I ignore it because in my head, in my head canon, as all these Tumblr girls with mental disorders like to say, nothing happens there. Nothing happens back there. It's just a beautiful, beautiful thing to look at. But big fucking tits are overrated. I gotta tell you, they are overrated. Small tits are good because usually there's more maneuverability. There's more finagling. You could do a lot of things. I believe I had an ex that she had small boobs, and they were fun. They were there. They were tiny. They were present when needed, but when they weren't needed, they were aside. And there wasn't any one of these. Right? There's also been this over here, and then you get hit by a nipple and by a rogue nipple, and you forget math. You forget math, and you turn into Chris Benoit. Speaking of rogue nipples, this I guess is the next topic that we could get into here, which is breakups. Speaking of breakups, ex-girlfriends, you see how everything ties together here on the PigCast, boys and girls.
What kind of America is this? Yes, put it on Facebook.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Not everything should be posted online. As a matter of fact, I think I've talked about this one before. Correct me if I have. So breakups, people like to put their own business online. They like to talk about things that honestly have no place. And it's just a clusterfuck. And here, I would say, is another example of that. Now, this could be parody. This could be parody. However, I don't think it is. Just because there's a certain feeling that's present in the video. You'll see it now. This was going around Instagram, and it's an older video, but I know I've seen it before for sure. I just don't know if I've commented on it. I'm going to put a little bit of the song. I can't play it just because it's copyright. I'm going to play it now so you could hear what it's going to be like. Right? Like the day after you left away. Yeah, it's like a very, you broke up with me song, right? So that's what's playing. But in terms of the video, this is what the video is, right? 2 days before the breakup. We have a young girl and a young man. They look very, very young. This is obviously some sort of, I don't even know if this is a high school. I would say a middle school relationship. So day of the breakup, she looks very, very sad. This is about a week after, and she's, again, posting this for her friends. Maybe she's a week after here, again, still crying. Couple months after, I started working on myself and doing things I like. And let's see where this goes. Right? Her friends, I guess some other dude or whatever. So she's going through it, obviously in middle school. And then she's pregnant, or maybe high school. I don't know. Might just be a young-looking person in high school. And she's pregnant. I have to commentate on this because obviously there's no music, and it would be weird if I'm just sitting here in silence. And they got back together. They got back together, which is great. They went on a trip and everything, and then the baby was born. Then the baby's born. I mean, I don't know if there seems to be a miscommunication here. A little bit odd, I gotta say. Now, here's the thing that makes me believe that it's real, right? Where would they get access to a baby? Now, I do see like a thing here, right? This is, I guess, somebody reacting to this video. But where did they get access to a black baby? Do they have a friend that's just a baby, and they just let them carry the baby together here in what looks like to be a restaurant? And this, I guess, is prom. And they have a little girl. I gotta say, a very ugly baby. Not because of the skin color, but not a very attractive baby. I gotta imagine the father was not a pretty dude. And that's a girl. See, that's not a good-looking baby, right? That's a very unattractive baby. For just the facial structures, not anything racist. You get your mind out of the gutter, all right? But this I found just to be top tier content on the internet. I don't know if you feel the same. I don't know how you feel about that. I certainly felt a certain way. I felt that was definitely an interesting turn of events. It was an M. Night Shyamalan twist, that's for sure. Something that I did not see coming when I first saw the video. Obviously, I've seen it multiple times since then. But What do you have to think about it, PigCake community? What do you have to say about that? Are you more upset that it's a very young girl that got pregnant so soon? Are you upset at the fact that she broke up and immediately got pregnant with a baby? I'm sorry, pregnant, yeah, obviously with a baby. So I don't know. What do you have to say here in the PigCake community? Let's go through the comments that I've skipped. Definitely the same old Piggy. I already read that one. The quality is all in your content, and the jokes you make on every other magician that ends up focusing on the quality, the heart, and entertainment is taking out and diminished. That's, I guess, a good point. Your boys out here on the grind to try to make you giggle, try to make you laugh. Too many people are the same. They're all Peter McKinnon. Essentially, hey guys, sup man? I'm really glad to see your smiling faces here. Today I have a great thing to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys a wonderful card trick, and you're going to love it. Mind you, that's Sean Devine, but I love Sean. Shut up. I'm going to show you guys a great card trick that you guys could show your friends and family. Hey, make sure to smash the subscribe button. You know, I can't wait to build my my illegal followers here as big as possible, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. So here's a card trick. Everyone's going to love this one. I can't imagine doing that. TT, Ed Blitch says, Piggy, love and respect you, and thanks for all your penis jokes. Never change. Small jugs make the peach look better. That's true. By that diminished, it makes it look better. Although, here's the thing. I like girls that also might not have both and have pretty face and a pretty hair. So it's not just the body parts. You can't just be a dog, all right? So you got to look at everything. C'est la vie. Grass-fed Gary says, probably just asked a fellow 7th grader to use their baby sister to film a gay skit, says Grass-fed Gary. No cap, I came out of my mom with dark skin until I was exposed to sunlight. It's common. Well, there's dark skin and there's, I mean, this is pretty fucking black to me. I don't know. Maybe they see this one outside. I don't know. There might be different. No, okay, so you said that one. Human bear, Iker. I almost read that. Comment out loud. And, fuck. I can't read that one. I'm sorry. All right, I want to stay on YouTube. If you like these live streams, I can't be reading comments out like that. Fuck. PigCake hates certain facial structures. Low tier phrenology. Phrenologist. That's one of my favorite things in psych, where all these girls believe that, oh no, certain parts of the brain account to certain feelings you got, like reflexology. And then you got to tell them in day one, that's not a thing. Just like this crystal doesn't align your chakra, okay? Bitch. Incest la vie. I'm sorry, Steve Brooksy. There's a lot of things. I have to produce my own show here. I have to have drops like this.
I know a lot about you, like why you're watching this ad. And it's specifically because you've looked up magic tricks. Well, hey there, my name's PigCake, and I've been doing magic trick tutorials on YouTube for the better part of 6 years. And I'm here to tell you about the PigCake Magic Academy with over 1,200 videos already uploaded, designed to make you an expert magician. You get access to all the content the moment you sign up, and I'm uploading every single week. As a matter of fact, I uploaded a video today. Just look at that list of moves, tricks, ideas that you're gonna get access to the moment you sign up. It doesn't end. As a matter of fact, I could stop talking completely, and the list is still gonna keep going. Just look. So check it out, the PigCake Magic Academy. The link is going to be below. I go with you, but I'm stuck in this video. But I'll wait for you to go ahead and click it. Go ahead, you know you want to.
Look at how great that is, right? By the way, I'm controlling those. See that? I'm controlling that. So that's me doing that. I could do the SOS, right? Which is... right? So then you know that I mean business. I'm in serious dire need of help. So your boy's on it. Your boy's on a lot of things. So I'm sorry that I might have missed that. Speaking of pigs, what else do we have here? We have this one that I guess just made me a little bit giggle. It made me giggle. Pig stare off. So this is a pig stare off. Again, I don't know what the function of this. If somebody could enlighten me, I love pigs. I love ducks. I've made those very apparent. I wanted to get a duck, but this place is kind of small. And ducks, you need 2 of them. And pigs, they just don't stay cute. They stay massive and big, and they grow massive and big, and I don't have the space for that. But I love pigs. I just don't know what's happening here. This is a pig stare-off. I don't know if anybody could explain. They're playing Till I Collapse, I believe. So that's kind of the humor of this. Or whatever song. I'm generalizing his music because I'm not a fan of Eminem. But you could see what's going on here. She's staring down, right? Look at that. And then you think, oh, it's only one crazy lady? No, then this guy comes in. Then she comes in. Then he comes in. So what are they doing? Is this like an intimidation thing? I also don't know if she's like young or old. She could be like 17 or she could be 55, just like him. He looks like the dude from the train, that train movie, whatever, North Express or whatever the fuck it was. I think maybe she's looking at Chris Christie here that just passed by. So they have some accolades or some, I guess, celebrity appearances. What's happening here? Look at this fucking porker, by the way. Look at this dude. God damn. Look at this guy. Oh my goodness. He's so happy and fat. Fuck. God, they're fucking tremendous animals. So what's going on? Can somebody explain to me? Is this to scare off the other pigs or to intimidate them? Or I don't know. Let's see if anyone in the comments has any sort of pig stare off. So let's see. Let me pause this. What's happening here? I wish I knew. Thank you, fucker. Keeping an eye on the judge. You always want to keep your pig in the best position for the judge to get a good look at it while the judge is walking around the ring. Yeah, but you're still looking at them like a psycho. Did somebody make the joke? This guy's got one of the biggest hosses I've ever seen. That's funny. Yeah, the fupa is definitely pronounced there. So I guess that's the explanation there, but I don't believe it. I don't like it either. That's the way things work. If you don't believe it, if you don't like it, you don't have to believe it. That's 2023 in a nutshell. Let's see here. I think they went to Petco and bought an animal for their TikTok, says Iker. I don't know which one you're talking about. If you're talking about this one or the... let's see here. Luckily, magic tutorials in general are on the decline. Yeah, I've noticed that. I've noticed that even in bigger channels. Anytime they have any magic-related content. It's just... A piggent. A piggent, says Steve Brooksy. Speaking of Steve Brooksy, let's see what we have here. We have some voicemails. We have a couple that have also come in. Let's see. This one is from Justin Bowman. Justin Bowman. Again, if you don't want me to say your name, don't put a fucking name.
Hey, Piggy. Got a quick question. I don't know if you've ever listened to this shit or what, but I just saw it on your YouTube and I thought I'd click the link and try it. I'm a magician as well. I live in Ireland. I have a specific type of magic that I've been working on that I'm specifically passionate about, which is tying in magic with an underlying narrative of, I don't know, I guess mental well-being, everything from techniques for coping with stress to techniques for anxiety, memory, techniques to help that stuff. And I tie in these bits of useful information into the magic that I do. The one thing I've found is that as I'm a young guy, I'm in college right now, my last year of my bachelor's degree, I've found that the audience I currently have isn't interested in that. But I really feel like there's a market for it. My dilemma here is that I'm not sure how much I should push over. I'm not sure how much I should give up of what I want to perform versus how much I should just stick with it. You know, it's a balance that I'm not sure how to approach this. I guess I'm looking for advice because I look up to you. So I fucked your mom.
Thank you for that. I felt like there was a nice positivity there, and then it comes in and it crashes. It gave a 9/11 at the end. Well, that's the thing. You can't force people into something. So if they're not interested in that sort of thing, you kind of have to cater things towards the audience, which I think is very underrated in magic. Usually you have the set, you have a way of doing it, and you're not pliable. And just because, people have never seen it, they find a novelty in whatever it is that you're showing without really a care as to something that would mean something to them. Daniel Garcia had a great example of this a long time ago, where there was someone that they were performing for, and like this little kid, and he was doing this fucking... There was a magician, and he was trying to get him to, I guess, smile or laugh or feel anything. And I forgot the actual context, but I do remember this part of it. And some guy showed him a trick, didn't find it exciting. Another guy showed a coin trick, didn't find it exciting. And somebody ended up noticing that he was doing a Sudoku puzzle. So he was doing one on some sort of newspaper publication or whatever they had. And so they decided to show him a magic square. And the kid lit up, and he became very excited for what is otherwise a very, trivial trick, especially the way most magicians do it, which is, and if you add this one and this one, and it comes to that number. But wait, if you add this row, and it goes to your number, it's very trivial, even though it can be done in a way that's very, very surprising for an audience. And this kid reacted great, and all that was just catering towards the particular participant's needs. And in this case, your need was given by seeing something that gave you information that let you know that if you show them something math related, they probably react a little bit better. Now, when it comes to those things apply to everyone. Everybody's stressed at some point. Everybody has anxiety. Everybody has a need for increasing their or bettering their mental health to some capacity. And there are a lot of tricks that could play on that I've done, and I think it's just a presentational twist on it. For example, I give the example a lot on the Academy, the PigCake Academy, you've heard of it, about using, for example, Extraordinary Proof by Andrew Gerard. It's one of my favorite methods in magic, but I do think it opens up to a lot of possibilities when it comes to the presentation. Because you don't have to worry about the effect. The trick is done by itself. It's self-working. So what that allows you to do is the way that I've done it is you have the participant focus on a time where they knew something was going to happen, where they were confident in their ability to do something. And then you could have them close their eyes. You could have them stare at the a certain quality of the playing card is the way that I've done it. And then close their eyes and imagine themselves in this position, and then open their eyes when they're ready. And now you've added a whole dimension to the trick that looks novel to everybody else. And yet it does make them feel good at the end, because they're remembering this moment. And at the end, when they see that it does work, and the fact that they managed to nail the card that you had in the beginning that you were trying to project to them, it really ties in, and it doubles down on that feeling, on that good sort of feeling. I do the same thing with Out of This World, where instead of doing it by red and black, in this case, the black represents a negative feeling and the red represents a good feeling. So that way they're thinking of a negative thought once they separate the cards. And I use the method from True Astonishment's Dunn's Deal, where it's not perfect. And that imperfection is based on when they were thinking negatively. So things like that. As a matter of fact, on the book that I just came out with, I have a version of Out of This World that is a nice way of doing it. I think, is that one or this one? I'm not sure which one has it. But so there's definitely a way to do it and to make it interesting for an audience. But there's also a problem when you shoehorn it in. When you shoehorn it in, it becomes a little bit gay. So when you start, you do, for example, an ambitious card trick, and you go, well, this card wants to rise above the rest because this card had a problem when it came to mental stress. And now if I put it in the middle where it's all muddled with dirty thoughts, with just a little bit of, it jumps right back to the top like we do. Then it becomes campy and it becomes shitty. So make sure to do it something in a way that makes someone actually care, because you have to tie to them at the end of the day. And if you're just doing stuff just for you, they smell that. So they're not going to be impressed or intrigued. But if you tie to them, make it a feeling that you have. Remember a time in your life. But if you make it about you and, oh, hi, I used to have this, and now I found through magic that I could cope with it. No. People like hearing about themselves. Their favorite sound is their own name. Unless you have my name. And in that case, that's just... I guess the sound you hear right before Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar! So, I'm not really Arabic, or I haven't been raised by an Arabic person. When that hurts my throat. So let me have my decaf iced coffee so I don't have a panic attack like a fucking bitch again. I did have panic attacks, which is why I no longer partake in caffeine. What a great thing I've removed from my life. Let's see here. Big guy has a major dicky-doo. That's when your belly sticks out further than your dicky-doo. That's great at Blitz. Usually I would give you the pin of glory for that, but Steve Brooksy, I don't think could be matched. I would do Magic Square for an individual with real autism. That's phenomenal. But there's ways to do things. There's ways to do things, and in that case, I believe that if you're shoehorning it in, not really doing yourself a good service. However, if you are tying it into them, you're probably going to do it well. Hungry and Hungover left a voicemail. Let's see what he has to say. I can't wait to fucking hear it.
Man, oh man, dude. So UFC 295 just ended, and holy fuck, dude. It was a great card, but that main event, dude, I think it was an early stoppage, man.
Okay.
What do you think, man? I don't think Yuri was out, dude. He fucking Alex, you know, he went down, but he was still there. The ref jumped in. So what do you think, man? Was it an early stoppage or what, dude? Cheers, man.
I do like the fact that you tied into your character there, or sorry, not your character, your real life, your existence, which is drinking a lot. But yeah, I thought it was an early stop. I thought that he was still defending himself on the way down, and it did look bad. But the fact that he immediately shot up lets me know that there was something in there, that there was still a fight left. Whereas usually, if had it been a different ref, they would have let it go a little bit more. Like Herb Dean, he's talking about, of course, UFC 295. I had a Friendsgiving on Saturday, and we also watched the fight, and I thought they stopped it way too early. For Pereira, I don't necessarily, when it comes to, I don't care if he wins or loses. Like someone like Usman, I want him to lose. I don't like Usman, especially because he knocked out Street Jesus, Jorge Masvidal. But in this case, I do think that they stopped it way early just because the guy took down, he fell on his back, and he was bringing his arms up. They were saying that his arms felt limp, but immediately after, his hands went up. So it could have been a flash knockout, but there have been so many of those where the guy's still up. And certainly there are a lot of fighters that, or a lot of referees that would have let that go and seen where gone, even if it might have resulted, I guess, in a more hammer fist. But in that case, he seemed like he was defending himself, even on the way down. Let's hear this one by Anthony.
Hey, Piggy, what's up, man? So I'm at work right now, so I got to kind of make this quick. I work with this blonde girl that kind of looks like Miss Piggy from, you know, the Muppets. And outside of the horrific bacon, if I were to eat her pig cunts, I'm not sure if I can because I'm kind of like Muslim and whatnot. Take it easy, Pigster. You the man.
So Anthony has a problem in partaking in conolingus with a worker, a co-worker, because of the fact that she resembles Miss Piggy. But Miss Piggy was fine. Miss Piggy was hot. I think she's got kind of some chunk in her, but those girls are crazy. You don't want the girls that are just going to be like, go ahead, fuck me, and then are just there like a starfish. You don't want that. You want a girl that's going to be of quality when it comes to fucking. And typically that's bigger girls, even though I'm fat phobic. There's a difference between morbidly obese and thick. Like a little bit thick. I like thick Latinas. I also like skinny girls. Like there's in between play for me. I don't like morbidly obese where you're dying. But you know, sometimes you gotta hit the piggies, man. You gotta crunch on the piggies. Those might be the best times that you have. And in this case, if you're feeling bad about not eating her out because you're Arabic and that's haram, because it's the pork, you get it, Miss Piggy. Ha. You gotta just stomach it. You gotta just stomach it and go down on it, right? You know, I've gone to people's houses and just done that, and I was completely happy. I was satisfied. So I'm a fan of that. So you get different experiences with that, and then they enjoy themselves, and then they pound it next time they see you, or they pound it shortly after. So I gotta say, you just got to do it, Anthony. You just got to do it. You're going to be better off. You're going to be better off from it. So why not? Especially the opportunities there. If she's giving you all the telltale signs like she wants to see your card trick, then do it. Hit it, man. Hit it and don't regret it. What's this one? I have two here. Microaggression and cop pullover. I guess the microaggression is pretty quick. These fucking terms that people just make up, this made up academia, it's too much. It's too much for me. Microaggression is one of those terms that I think falls in that category of made up. of made up bullshit. Someone in some fucking Ivy League college said, oh, what do we have? Can I make up a word for things that don't exist, that only exist in my head, but then I could attribute to some sort of either racism or discrimination? Oh, I know. Not an aggression, but a microaggression. So if I give you, for example, a compliment on your hair, guess what? That's a microaggression. If I give you a compliment on your outfit, that could be a microaggression. If I give you a compliment on your scent, that could be a microaggression. So these are things that are misconstrued by miserable people as insulting their culture or just, and they're in a state of perpetual insult, these people. I'm not just saying about, don't misconstrue what I'm saying, all right? But you know exactly what I mean. It could be anyone. It could be whites. It could be anyone. And in this case, we have one. I believe an African American. Where here she goes, stop pointing out black women for wearing wigs and weaves. If you like their hair, just say it and leave it at that. Again, it don't matter your intention. It's the impact, says this one. So I guess somebody complimented her hair. I mentioned this the other day, and I think I even put a tweet about it. Some lady complimented my my cologne the other day, and I was grinning ear to ear. I was in the grocery store, and as a matter of fact, a very nice African-American male lady was like, oh, wee, damn, boy, you smell good. I'm like, stop it. Really? You like it? She goes, yeah, man, it smells great. My goodness. I wish my husband had that. I'm like, well, here it is. Here's what it is. And she says, man, that smells good. So that made me smile from ear to ear. Imagine if I was thinking like this dumb cunt, where it's like, oh, well, what do you mean by that, huh? Are you implying that usually I wouldn't smell good? Are you implying that maybe people like me don't smell good, so I have to use cologne to cover it up? It's this perpetual state of being insulted that you're living in that I don't know how you function, honestly. I don't know how you live through your life like this. But alas, let's get to it here. I hope I didn't transition to it. Nope. Okay. And of course, we're watching myself. All right. So let's go through here. I also have to do this briefly. I apologize. It's going to be Inception for a second. So let's see what this vapid bitch has to say.
Yeah. Love, how are you?
She gave him a pretty curl.
Can you please not talk about when I switch up my hair?
I think it's beautiful.
I know, but like as a black person, it's...
Here is the best part. Here's the best part about this. First of all, as a black person, what the fuck does that mean? My goodness. And then here's the other part that just gets my gears ground. Why is she recording herself? Why? I'll tell you why. Because she knows that that security guard is about to give her a compliment on her hair. Because it's probably happened before. She's probably said, hey man, I love your hair. Oh my God, now you came in with the curls. They look beautiful. Listen to what the security guard was saying. And this vapid bitch, this stupid, loveless woman that I guarantee you probably has had, 20 abortions. I don't know, just guessing. Immediately gets defensive and immediately records herself, and she's the one that posted it online. So let's get back to it.
Yeah. Love, how are you?
That's fat titties though.
Can you please not talk about when I switch up my hair?
Can you please not talk about my hair? What? Immediately. Like, she knew that it was coming, which is why she's recording herself.
I know, but like as a black person, to me, it feels like a microaggression.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
And I deal with it all the time at work.
Then, oh my fucking God. I deal with it all the time at work when people compliment me. When people say I look great. You did it not for yourself. I'm getting upset now. Let's watch the rest of the video.
And you can make that face. I know. I'm just saying, I'm telling you how it makes me feel. Everyone's different. But
idiot. Makes you feel like an idiot.
You don't have to like clarify that it was different each and every time.
Then why do it?
It makes me uncomfortable.
Idiot.
I know. I'm not looking for any excuses.
No, of course not. Because you're a vapid, insufferable, miserable bitch. Idiot. Fuck. God. Oh. Fucking. I don't know. It just gets me. Happens all the time at work. You did it. You changed your appearance. Not for you. You don't do things like that for you. You do things for others so you can look good in public. So you can maybe attract somebody. So you could do... You're not doing it for you. No matter how you try to delude yourself into thinking that, it's never the case. You do things for other people. You make yourself look good for other people. It feels way better not to do things. As a matter of fact, like working out sucks. Cutting your hair, trimming your beard, those are all things that take up time. Changing your weave and wig, those are things you did for other people so that you could look good in public. If not, you wouldn't do it. As a matter of fact, it feels way better not to do it because you don't have to worry about having your hair in a way and then combing it and pressing it and doing all the other shit that you got to do in order to have that. So it's obvious that you're doing it to look a certain way. And that's not just for you. That's for others. Because we're always in need of some sort of validation from other people, no matter what. It's why you get dumb tattoos. It's why you do things, your workouts. You're doing things for other people. Now, yes, you could be doing it for your own health and your own, the fact that you feel good when you look a certain way. But mostly it's for other people. That's for everything. And that's for everyone. But people like this are just living in constant insult, where they're living around just waiting for someone to do something that is otherwise nice to 99% of the population. But to them, they see it as a microaggression. They see it as some sort of aggressive contact. Ew. Fuck. And then she posted this herself. I just can't imagine. Let's see what the fucking... She has fat titties though again. Sorry. Dirty mop on head alert. I didn't say it. I'm just reading it. That's funny. Her wig most likely is made from the hair of an Indian woman, which is a macroaggression. I'm reading through the responses here. My God, she clearly has her hair done nicely and is out in the open. It's a microaggression. A complimented. Shut up. So she had the camera on. So this guy's talking about that. So people like this just live in a permanent state of misery, and it's just dumb, it's stupid, it's vapid, it's obnoxious. And you see her when the security guard is like kind of confused. They write it as a caption there. When the security guard is confused, she then goes, no. Yeah, it happens all the time at work that people tell me that my hair is nice. Idiot. Fuck. So that got me aggravated. Let's see what they say here. Magic Buzz says, did we ever find out who the purple nail / British cigarette was? That's fucked. I don't know who the British cigarette you were talking about, but the purple nails is my ex-girlfriend. When I was convincing her to be like, hey, I need a spectator here. Could you do a stand-in? Could you just stand here and, fucking let me show you a trick? She goes, all right, fuck. So that was my ex-girlfriend. But I don't know who the British cigarette was. I don't know what you're referring to there. PC is attracted to Miss Piggy because he looks like Kermit, both in face and stature. That's a microaggression. Microaggression when you have nothing left to be offended about. Yeah, that's true. You just find something insignificant that you just latch onto, and then that's what gets you. The fact that you have to record it, and I guarantee you, if you look at her TikTok, let's see if we could find it. She's probably taken the comments off, or she's only allowed comments that she's allowed. Let's see what this is. It's Mama FL, Mama Fee. Let's see. Let's go on TikTok and see if I could find it. Mama Fee. Let's see her account. Unless she took it out. Mama Fee. Microaggression. A silly little queer. Fuck off. PSA when complimenting black women. So here she's, there's the original post. Let's see what all these comments are. Is this a thing? Man, I just smile. And your obsession with asking if it's our real hair is odd. So this one agrees with her stupidity. Shout out for speaking out how you feel. Let's see if there's any surprise for you guys based on the profile picture. Appreciate you, my friend, Shakayla Warren. Any surprise there? Where'd all that money go, by the way? Just curious. Boundaries and very firm. 10 out of 10. Shayna. Idiot. You're a fucking idiot. You're scientifically an idiot. So, yeah, there is people on her side, which just, those people vote. Those people do things. They drive cars. What a fucking idiot. Here's another idiot. Speaking of, I should call this the idiot episode. This is one that was going around. Somebody that got pulled over. Sorry, let me look at the comments here. I apologize if I skipped any. All right. Iker comes in. Aggressive. Shakaran says Steve Brooksy. And we float down here. It says smiles the entire time. Right? That's the other part. There's kind of like a smirk because she knows that she's about to get one up on her. Idiot. I hate the stream. I late to the stream, and first thing I hear is I love thick Latinas, followed by Piggy's mantra on conolingus. Never change, sir. I'm glad to be here for you. But let's see. Fuck. The dark child turned that way when her father left them, says Steve Brooksy. My goodness, these comments here today are just, I would say, out of line. Out of line. But in a good way, in a funny way, in a humorous way. This is one, I guess. I don't know if I got one more voicemail. I hate to be this guy. I did get some voicemails, so let's listen to these. Let me refresh my page here. Mitch McConnell left a voicemail. Mitch McConnell.
Hello? Are you pooping? Hello? I know you're pooping. It smells good. Bye-bye now.
All right, so the next topic here is going to be, this one is a lady that got pulled over. And it's a long video. I'm warning you ahead of time, but we will cut through it. And I'll try my best to not make it, oh, hey, let's watch Piggy watch a video. But microaggression was also stated, I believe, during this pullover. Now, the thing about getting pulled over, I get it. It sucks. I hate it. I was in my friend's car the other day when he got pulled over for doing, I think, 3 to 5 over. And cops they had a trap there, and the cop gets in front of his car. He's like, whoa, hey, you almost ran me over, dude. Do you know how fast you were going, buddy? It's like, no, I don't think I was going faster than I should. He goes, well, you clocked at 40. I think it was like a 35 or whatever. He's like, I don't think I was doing that. So it's this whole thing. You got the thing dismissed anyways, but I get it. Cops could be dicks, right? Not all cops are dicks, but some cops could be dicks. If there's this immediate rush to just, sorry, and to be a dick, you're going to get a ticket. And they're going to treat you like shit because you're treating them like shit. They're humans at the end of the day. And this is another example. So we have officer pulled this woman over after she was driving on the wrong side of the road.
Why are you driving in the wrong way of traffic?
No, I just got changed around. I just moved here like 2 months ago.
Okay.
I just got changed around.
Okay.
From England? From England? What, you got changed around from what? It's universal in the United States. Not universal, but I guess within the confines of the United States. On the right. You stay on the right. That's where you go. If you're on the wrong side, if you're on the left. It's obviously indicated by oncoming traffic.
Do you understand what's going on, though?
Yes.
You're going into oncoming traffic.
I know, and I just decided that it was better just to turn around really quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry. I just have like really bad social anxiety and stuff.
I get you.
I don't want to
This is going to be full of victimhood. Prepare yourself.
step out whenever you're asking for stuff.
Okay, well, we're past that. Just go ahead and step out.
Thank you.
As an Indigenous person,
I'm an Indigenous person. What does that have to do with you being on the wrong side of the street, buddy? In a vehicle? What does that have to do with that? Or you could potentially, I don't know, have a head-on collision, hit somebody that's not expecting you to come in from the wrong side of the road. What does you being an Indigenous person have to do with that? You hear it. Look.
an Indigenous person,
Okay, well, we're past that. Just go ahead and step out.
as an Indigenous person,
Right back here, please.
As an Indigenous person, and then she says some fucking low energy bullshit.
Miss Perry? Am I...
well, I'm non-binary, so.
Okay.
Bring out the bingo, baby! Bring out the bingo board. Put it off. Non-binary. Indigenous person. Did you win? Did you win?
What do you go by?
Just Kai.
How can I refer to you tonight? Kai? Okay. Hey, I'm smelling alcohol.
I know.
How much have you consumed tonight?
Like probably 3 drinks.
I need to run you through some tests right now. Stand facing me, please.
But I just want you to know that I also have very bad social anxiety.
You and me both.
Okay.
Okay. Any recent head trauma, traumatic brain injuries, anything I need to know about?
Mental, yes.
Boom! Mental illness. Bam! Did you hit it? Did you hit it? Did you win yet? I'm sure you're close.
Focus on my finger, please.
I am. You're just like trying to intimidate me.
Trying to intimidate him. She's trying to intimidate him. No, she's trying to see. He's trying to see if you're drunk, buddy. He's trying to see that. That's what this is. A field sobriety test that you consented to. You could have said no and then gotten out of it by just getting a lawyer. But no, you subjected yourself to this. You fuck.
I don't know how I'm trying to do that. This is the test.
As you know, as an Indigenous person, and there's a bunch of going around, I'm sorry, but it's just for me to be...
What's going around, my dear? What is going around?
On my toes.
I get you.
Can you remember that I told you that I'm non-binary?
Yeah, I'll try my hardest. I'll refer to you as Kai, right?
Yes.
Perfect. I need to know if you have any injuries or anything that would prevent
Did he
you
say
from refer
miss?
to you as...
I'm non-binary toes.
I get you.
Can you remember that I told you that I'm non-binary?
Yeah, I'll try my hardest. I'll refer to you as Kai, right?
Yes.
Perfect. I need to know if you have any injuries or anything that would prevent you from doing a standard walk or turn tonight.
Mental health.
Any physical injuries?
Mental, yeah.
There's a time and place, my dear. And it's not when you're getting a field sobriety test to bring up your mental health. That doesn't affect your ability to walk in a straight line. All right? And everything here is victimhood. Oh, I just can't do it. Immediately from the very beginning, when the fucking guy pulled her over, she was already confrontational. So it wasn't because, as she blames the fact that he misgendered her because she's non-binary, but she's playing it off like that. So hopefully she could get out of this using her made-up academia. That's essentially what's going on here.
But no, I'm just saying.
Okay.
You're drunk.
Depression, anxiety.
I get you.
What else you want?
Now with your right foot, place it in front of your left in a heel-to-toe touching manner with your arms by your side, just like this, ma'am.
Can you not call me ma'am, please?
I'm trying my hardest.
Okay, well.
Okay.
It means a lot to me.
I'm trying my hardest.
I don't feel like a man, so.
Okay.
It's kind of triggering.
Right foot in front of your left. Nope.
Did you get that one? Did you get that one? Did you get triggering? Did you get that one too? Sorry, I literally G'd it so hard that I fucking... What happened? Wow, she's a snack. Let me see if I could find this one again. Wow, did I take it out of my bookmark that aggressively? I think I may have. Come on, man. Shit. I took it out. I yeeted it out of existence. I guess because I pressed B and B bookmarks them and then also removes it. So let me see if I could find it again. Fucking A. Am I wrong here? Am I being a soulless asshole on this particular person? I don't think I am. I think I'm being really rational when it comes to what she's doing and how she's trying to approach this particular officer and getting pulled over. Because she's using everything in the book to try to make it seem like he's getting her distressed so that now she can't, the reason I wasn't passing this sobriety test is because of your microaggressions. Because I want to really get to the end of this. And the end of this is just pristine. I might have to find it on TikTok. Let's see. Cop pull over. Let's see. I hope this is it. Fuck. I hate that I pressed B by accident. I guess this is what happens when I yeet something out of complete anger. Nope, that's not it. Indigenous, maybe? Indigenous. Thank God you're not seeing how I just butchered that. Let's see. Hopefully I could find it here on TikTok. All right. Yes.
What's going on?
But it does have a caption on it. So try to ignore the caption. This is an apolitical show.
Nothing.
Why are you?
So we got to this side over here.
Now with your right foot, place it in front of your left in a heel-to-toe touching manner.
All right. We're past
Can
this.
you just like...
I apologize. Let's see if we can move forward from it. You have 0 questions?
No, but I just want to tell you that I suffer from really bad anxiety, especially with generational trauma and PTSD around
Generational trauma. All right.
white people and cops. Like, it's just.
I'm going to speak with you right over here, okay?
No.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead and place your hands behind your back.
No, I don't have to have consequences for my actions of getting caught drinking and driving. I don't have to do it because I'm an indigenous person.
Don't, dude.
Don't make it hard.
Please.
Don't make it hard.
Dude, hey. Assuming the gender.
No,
you're going to get a resistance.
Dude,
You're going to get a resistance. Don't resist.
Here it comes.
Listen
Here it comes.
to me. Don't resist.
Don't. You're being a white man and...
Come here.
You're being a white man. You are being a white man. Did you get that one? Was that the last one on your bingo board? Did you win? I'm sure you did, probably from the very beginning. I'm sure all of you guys won from that. You're being a white man. What does that mean? If she said colonize, you're colonizing my freedom. I probably would have flipped the table over at this point. Let's see how the video ends.
I fall in all of your shit. Like, as an indigenous person, like, you guys.
Fuck you guys.
You guys are scaring me.
There's nothing to be afraid of.
Yes, there is. It's called.
Yeah. So the guy's been nothing but respectful with her. Yes, he misgendered her a couple times. But if you're gender fluid or non-binary, you're free-flowing. And at that point in time, what, you felt like a dude? That seems a little bit like a excuse to me. So it felt like just one of these, let me just try to get out of this by pulling every card possible in the book, just like your Kaiba. And at the end, she ended up getting arrested for drunk driving, which, again, you don't want to get caught. You don't want to drink drive. You don't want to drunk drive, all right? I said it previously before. I'm on a bike. It's different. On a motorcycle, you know, it's dangerous for me. But on a car, it's dangerous for others. You're in a 2-ton vehicle, and you're driving around, especially on the wrong side of the road. On the wrong side of the road? And then you expect not to have any consequence for that. And especially, I'm assuming when the guy pulled her over, that she probably did it in a way to indicate to him that she was probably sloshed. And then the fact that she can't even do the field sobriety test because she keeps pulling every trick from the book. No, I'm this. No, I'm that. No, hey, I have that problem. I have this problem. Yeah, those don't matter. Do this. So we could get the... And then from the beginning, he was very respectful. And even saying, okay, I'm sorry, I'll try my best. Which is what you want. Which is what you want anyways. You want for the guy to, first of all, ask you, which is just ridiculous. Hey, what are your fucking pronouns? But in your made-up world, the guy, all you want is for people to be respectful. And the guy was nothing but respectful. Fuck. Let's see the comments. Working on putting together a trick that entails a slight misunderstanding at the check register where they ask for my card and I give them a playing card instead. Quickly soon after, I take it back and visually change it into my debit card. Tell me, in your divine wisdom, is this dumb? No, I think that's cool. I think that's an interesting way of doing it. You hand them a card, especially if they hold the card and then you go, oh, my bad. And then maybe on the offbeat, you change it for the gimmick card and you go, and it turns into the real card and it scans. That's dope. That's kind of a sick trick. I know that you could get playing cards, so you could probably end up getting like the back of a playing card, and that works as your credit card. So maybe you could use that, and then they go, oh, no, not that card, and it looks like the back, but then it still works. So that could be a good trick. Depends on who you do it for, though. I feel like if you do it for the wrong person, they might go, oh, is this fraud? Are you lying? Is this a thing that you did? Speaking of my ex-girlfriend, I remember she had a Samsung Galaxy S6. And that one had the tap to pay before the technology was even in the registers. So you could have any regular slide machine and you held your phone over it and it did Samsung Pay with the fucking device. So it didn't even need tap to pay or anything like that. I don't know what technology was behind that, but I remember I'm like, no, it doesn't have tap to pay. And she goes, and then I look like an asshole when she hits it and the thing went through. And some people didn't understand that things work like that. This was before, I guess, tap to pay was a popular thing. So some people would think that maybe they were hacking it. And I remember, I think she got into one interaction with a convenience store dude that did think that she was hacking it. But it's like, no, look, it worked. God forbid people take responsibility for their actions in 2023. The only indigenous car is a Cherokee, says Steve Brooksy. Misgendered her because she's non-binary. There you go. See the loops here, the mental loops. Mental health is a bad excuse. Imagine trying to escape the military draft with physical health problems. It's vague. A presidential candidate rhyming with grump, at least just fake bone spurs. Yeah, maybe a presidential candidate. I hate that I have... That thing should be way wider. That's another thing I got from Five Below. But yes, I believe he got out of it by saying that he has a physical ailment that prevented it from, I think, getting drafted, if that's what it was. I mean, they got Elvis. So it's kind of interesting that they didn't get him. These people definitely make up their conditions to get away with dumb shit, says Sav Magician, my favorite London-based magician right there. That's what it used to say on your thing, I believe. But good to see you around. It's right. It's just made up bullshit. It's just saying that. Now, granted, yeah, you could have anxiety. You could have all these issues. But the moment you come in and you're dropping from the guy who's being very respectful and you say, I'm indigenous, like that's going to, like he's going to go, no, all right. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. It's also insulting to indigenous people because that implies that that's some sort of disorder that you can't live with, that you have to have hardships with. Oh, no, I'm indigenous. Please don't poke me. I'll come. So I don't know. It's just, I don't know if I sound like a cynic, like an asshole, like I don't care, because these things are real. Anxiety and certain mental disorders. You can't deny that they are real. But at the same time, if you're using them, if you're abusing them and you're using this made up bullshit to try to get away with things, especially like a DWI, that's very obvious that you're inebriated. Granted, some cops could be dicks and go, oh, I smell alcohol, when really there's no alcohol present. But again, if you aren't sober and you do a field sobriety test and he tests your blood alcohol and it's 0 and you do the test, there you go. That's it. Hey, sorry, my bad. That's the way it works. And the guy was being very respectful, even from the very beginning. Yes, he misgendered her twice, but is that enough for you to say, you're being a white man? You're being a white... Like, that's an insult. Fuck. I'm a fellow fat phobic, and I'm unashamed of it. When I see obese, I'm not talking about chunky. I'm talking about hate for people that I could smell the diabetes, says Anthony. Welcome to the club. I should start like an organization for fat phobes. Like maybe come up with a clever name and some sort of introductory thing. Like you have to name 5 breakfast cereals while people punch you in the shoulders. We have to come up with something like that for fellow fat phobic people. Gap, 4 kids, buy kids. Or buy kids, 4 kids. Fuck, says Steve Brooksby. Sav says, bro, in the UK, people aren't tolerating these people. I've heard that frequently, that there's becoming less and less tolerance of that over there overseas. I might be going over there. The worst part is I might be going over there to work, which is funny, to actually work at the booth at Blackpool. So I might be working at one of the booths in Blackpool. We'll see. I have to sort everything out, but the offer has been given to me, and I think that'd be an interesting thing. Now, granted, my time in Blackpool is drinking, right? I love there, just drinking, hanging out with magicians, and I'm not going to be able to do that if I'm there at the booth demoing a trick all day. So that's going to be a fun little thing. I want to see if I could get away with doing it drunk and see if I could maybe sell it, because there's a lot of incentive for me to sell the product, but at the same time, I'm also doing the thing that everybody has told me universally at Blackpool that they hate doing, which is working the booth. And the reason for that is because somebody's gonna come by and go, oh, that's cool. Hey, could you show me that? And you go, yeah, sure. Look, bam. And you do the thing. I'm not gonna tell you what it is yet, but you do the thing, right? And they go, oh, that's cool. And you go, yeah, it's cool. You could examine it. You could hand both out and they could look at it. You could do it again if you want. And, there's a lot of things you could do with it. So it's kind of cool. And they go, oh, okay, that's cool. And then they walk away. And you go, all right. And then another guy comes by and then they go, hey, man, that's cool. Can I see it? And you go, yeah, sure. Look, you could do the thing. And then it's examinable and you could check it out. And everything is, you could hand it off. Thanks, man. Oh, check it out. That. Over and over and over and over again. So at some point I'm going to be like, could you fucking buy the thing, mate? Could you buy it, bruv? Could you buy the fucking thing? It's cheap. Me and Christian Grace were walking outside the convention and police taped shit off. Someone got stabbed. The place is fucked. Yeah, that's the other dumb part. Knives are well, I guess guns people can't carry. so people carry knives per se, but you also have rules against that. So there's just people just getting set, because it's a lot harder to get a gun over there. Here I could get one probably a mile away. So people just get kitchen knives and just stab. Now outside the convention, I do remember hearing that somebody got stabbed in Blackpool the day that I was there, which is a shame. Steve Brooksy, Islam isn't anti-Semitic despite the fact that a certain group of immigrants like to stab Jews the most. Fuck. We're not going to open up that can of worms here. Okay, this is apolitical. We're not here to talk about politics. We're here to talk about things. Well, I guess you could see. I'm like, things we could see. But you could see that. Yeah, no, it's a lot of retardation. I remember that. And I remember specifically in Blackpool them saying, oh, don't hang out on these certain back streets at night. And I was walking back at some point, and I've mentioned this many times before, every time I've outlined my story of England, which is there's always tales to be told out of England. But one night we're walking back and it was 3 o'clock in the morning. And Peter likes this thing. Peter's good. Peter's well. Right? He works a lot. It's not like, he grew up in poverty and he worked his ass off to get to the point where he is now. And it shows, right? But when it comes to staying in a hotel, this guy's not going to pay a dime more than what he needs to pay, which is granted what you need, right? You need a guy like that. But he stays like 2 miles away. And in Blackpool, there's a lot of little dumb streets and you're freezing. I could do 2 miles with thalidomide. I could do 2 miles with lead poisoning, right? 2 miles is nothing. Walking, I walk, 15 miles every whatever, like in a weekend. But it's not about that. In England, you're there in Blackpool and you're shivering going 30 fucking feet away. So at 3 o'clock in the morning, we're walking back to the hotel, and there's just dudes hanging out, just shady-looking motherfuckers. And I have this fantasy where, because he's big, he'll just fucking bash him, and he goes, Piggy, run for your life, Piggy, live your life, and never forget the name of Peter Turner, as he's bashing these guys, and then like a group of 10 beat him up. So that's my father-son fantasy with Peter Turner. But it's funny because I felt safe with him, because I don't think anybody's going to fuck with him. He's just a big dude that looks like he could just grab your head and do this and just squeeze it. And I know because his hand has done that to me, as he's shown me jiu-jitsu techniques. Fucker. Sorry I'm late. I've been trying to set up my new phone. It says Corn Pop. Stab Capital, I'd actually say. You need to bring back the balaclava when you come back to the UK. You'd blend right in. That and those weird puffy jackets that I see all the time there. For some reason, I don't know why, those puffy jackets and like really skinny jeans. That look really bothers me. I keep seeing you perform, Sav, for just the hottest. I'm a fan of Indian women, right? I just have to. I'm a huge fan of Indian women. And I've seen it on my Instagram so many times where you've done tricks for very attractive girls. And I don't know how I'd be able to do that without getting erect massively. So props to you, man. Props to you. But every time you pop up on my Instagram and I see you just killing it, just fucking killing it, I'm like, all right, I couldn't do this. Blackpool convention would actually be nice if it took place in the summer. Yeah, that's what I've been saying forever. Apparently everyone says, oh, Blackpool is a summer town. It's like, yeah, I don't think so. I think your pool is shit to begin with. But it'd be a lot, at least manageable in terms of the weather over there. Peter Turner almost turned PC, says Steve Brooksy. I don't know what you mean by that. Do you mean baklava? Did I say baklava or balaclava? I don't know which one I said, but I'm sure I'll go back to it. Says Ted West. The Bali and puffer jacket is our national uniform with a hidden knife. I take you to an Indian wedding when you're here, bro. Don't you worry. Stop. Dude, I might just come back married, man. Don't say that. The amount of times I've been, because here we don't get a lot of Indian girls. Over there, like every other person's Indian and I'm falling in love. I'm just like, fuck. I just want to suck your nose ring. So if we do that, I don't know. But we'll see when I go over there. But I might be working one of the booths. It's still nothing set in stone, which is why I'm being very open with, or generic with what I'm saying, just because one of those things where you don't want to say things unless they're 100% written in stone. But I'm waiting on signing a contract, which actually I got to message them today, and we'll see if I go there and work a booth. And you could come up and say, hey guys, hey Piggy, Show me that trick. That's the thing that I realize now, that if you go to Blackpool and you fucking come at me and you see me in a booth, you're going to get me to show you the trick like a slut. And I'm going to have to do it, and you're going to probably tell me, all right. And then you're going to walk away. So that's going to be annoying. I also have to figure out a way to shill the PigCake Magic Academy while I'm there. Maybe that might be part of the deal. Like, hey, can I shill my stuff while I'm selling your products? Fuck. Okay, like, come on, man. So we'll see. But apart from that, Corn Pop says daughter feather, both, man. You put any one of those, and I'm a huge fan of both. But I'm more of a fan of dot Indians than feather Indians. If I had to put it in a in that, yeah, you fancy an arranged marriage with a Punjabi girl? I got you, bro. Don't tempt me with a good time, okay? Do not tempt me with a good time, Sav. Okay, because I might just take you up on that. Fuck. Thank God I'm sitting down. I'm getting kind of a boner already. That's the stream, my friends. That's the stream. I'll be here maybe tomorrow. I think I have to help my friend out tomorrow, doing some stuff around the house. Your boy's a handyman. I've realized this every time I think back as to what skills I've learned. Again, to the gracious tutelage of Peter Turner, I've learned how to take apart my bike, how to fix a carb. Not fix a carb entirely, but fix it to where the motorcycle works. Before it wasn't working, I got it to work, so that's a good thing. And then the fucking I fixed my friend's air conditioner at his house once, completely, you know, through tutorials and just doing it well, fixing pipes and shit, cutting them, doing that work. So I've done a lot of handyman work. So I'm going to his house and we're gonna do the nitty gritty before he moves in. Some other fun stuff. Some also killing some bugs. We're gonna go with his uncle, who's an exterminator, to fucking eradicate the roaches. I'm the Hitler of cockroaches. I'll be glad to state that. I'm phobic, not afraid of roaches, but I'm phobic against roaches. I don't think they have a function in this planet. But I might do a live stream tomorrow. I might not. If not, I'm definitely going to do one on Wednesday, so look out for that one. Check out my new books, I guess. I don't even know if they're popping up because my video drivers need resetting. Yes, they are popping up. Also, I guess advice that I like to give at the end of the videos. Don't put all your information online. Don't put breakups and important events like that because people will use it against you. Microaggressions are not a thing. Stop it. I don't want to end up working for a company at some point when I inevitably have to due to, I don't know, lack of funds, where I have to look at a deck where they go, here are microaggressions and things you need to avoid at work. I don't want to deal with that. They're not real. They're fake. They're made up stuff, made up academia, just to make you feel bad for complimenting someone. Fuck off. The cop pullover. Usually, if you treat a cop with respect, they're probably going to give you that back. Some cops are assholes. Not all cops are assholes. But usually, you could get away out of a ticket by being respectful and by making them laugh. But that one you got to be worried, careful about, because if you then bomb a joke, then you're guaranteed to get a ticket. But if you make them giggle, you're humanizing yourself and them. So that's also a good thing. But apart from that, Nancy Pelosi is doing insider trading. And as usual, I guess I got to end it with this right here.